All I can say is it is a good thing that I did not look at the back of this book first, or I would have immediately put it down and missed out on the gloriousness that is old-fashioned crochet made easy. I'm Michelle, this is my romantic tangle, and I am kind of enamored with this book. But all the good stuff is in the first half, and all the bad stuff is on the back cover. I am very hesitant when it comes to spending a lot on craft books from the thrift store. This one is from 2000. It's a little higher than my normal budget was. And that's only because if I picked up every $4 or $5 book I fell in love with at the thrift store, I would go broke fast. This book really made me smile. And honestly, if this was a brand new book that had just been released, I'd be paying full price for it. Because I am in love with old-fashioned handmade doilies. And this book says they'll make it easy. And the first thing I opened up to was the Silver Bells doily. And if you look at the skill level, it says beginner. I am sure that this is not as quick and easy as I would like to believe that it is, but it said beginner. It said made easy. Forget the fact that I have a whole stack of old actual vintage magazines with patterns for this stuff. This says it's going to teach me how to do it. Do I believe that? I want to. I don't necessarily. Look at the 1914 oval doily. Look at the hairpin doily. These say they're intermediate. Look at the rickrack doily. Only that first one that caught my eye says it's beginners, but I don't care because it seems like every doily I've ever fallen in love with in those baskets at the thrift store is in this book. Look at the star with Clooney border. I looked it up online and this book is still readily available. The pineapple doily. I think all of the big, really super popular doily patterns are here. The kaleidoscope doily is just impossibly delicate and gorgeous and plentiful petals. I want all of these. Pansy doily. And I don't want to buy them cheap at an estate sale. I want to learn to make them. Then we get into filet crochet, which is another thing that I desperately want to learn to do. Look at briar roses. I think what they're doing is they're taking an old illustration, pairing it with a new one. Pretty flowers. How hard will my sons laugh at me if I put anti-massacres on all of our furniture? Look at the ABC floral sampler. Filet crochet is one of those things that I really want to learn to do. Square a day tablecloth. I don't crochet at all. It's a crochet tidy. Apparently a tidy is an anti-massacre for wooden furniture as opposed to upholstered furniture. The timeless treasure frame did not photograph well. Look at family heritage. Think of all the little things you could put in there besides your last name. The Sunday Best Guest Towel and Washcloth. A little less enamored with that. All of the gorgeous stuff is in the first half of the book. All of the lame dated stuff is in the second half of the book. But we have Grandmother's Kitchen. And think about crocheted pot holders and dishcloths. And yeah, those don't entirely float my boat. But look at the little bloomers pot holder. Look at the ear of corn pot handle cover. Look at the texture. Look at the colors. How can you not need that in your kitchen? I realize I'm insane. Open mesh shopping bag. I have knitted something similar. And the French kitchen dishcloth. And a ruffled pot holder or heat mat. Hot mat. Would that be a trivet? Seashell placemat set. Floral kitchen set. Yes, I am fully aware that in my house, these things are not remotely practical. I do not care. Fanciful flowers. I could embroider edgings for our pillowcases. And honestly, I don't think anyone in my household, look at those. I don't think anyone would pay enough attention to object. Ooh, I could replace my kitchen curtains with something with scallops on it. My grandma made curtains constantly. I don't know how many houses she lived in over the course of my childhood and adulthood. And first thing she always did was make curtains. First thing she did for anyone was make curtains. Irish lace edging. She did not crochet lace on her curtain. Look at the fillet edging. I could put this on my kitchen cabinets. I wanted to do a fancy edging for our kitchen cabinets, and I never did because the ultimate goal is to replace those cabinets. 20 years later, they're still here. I could have done the edging, got sick of it. Hairpin lace edging. Linen and lace edgings. I want to crochet edgings. I want to crochet doilies. I want to do spider lace towel edging. And then we move on to the vintage toys and dolls, and this is where I get a little less in love. These are cute. They're adorable. They're not like my grandma's dolls. My grandma did her dolls in crochet cotton, and because my great-grandma did hers in crochet cotton, my heart and soul believes that is the one true way to do them. I'm snobbish about crochet dolls, apparently. It's an old-style teddy bear. Oh, Humpty Dumpty's a little cool. In that creepy, gonna crawl around after dark sort of way. And timeless wearables, and it's old-fashioned, as the title promises. It is nothing I feel the slightest urge to recreate. And that's kind of mean of me, isn't it? I don't mean to be mean-spirited. I mean, that at least looks like what I think when I hear old-fashioned crochet. I want doilies. I want edgings. I want dishcloths. I mean, I do like shawls. I'm skipping over a lot here at the end because it is the stuff you would think of when you think old-fashioned grandma crochet, and we're going to shorten the video by skipping it because I don't love it. I do kind of like the picture frame. I have some old family pictures that maybe I should pull out and frame, and you know, my great-grandma would totally have made those. And this book, I am sorry, has some of the least beautiful afghans ever. I would make a quilt before I would crochet a quilt. The world is full of gorgeous Afghan patterns. They just don't happen to be in the book, except I like this one. I love the first half of the book. I do not love the second half of the book. I'm glad I spent $4 on it. They seem to be going for $4 or so used online. I don't know if it is made easy, but having them all in one place that I can put on my bookshelf and know it is there, and know that when I decide to make doilies, I have all the doily patterns, makes me blissfully happy. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle, and I'll be back with more videos soon.